Welcome to the second episode of Horror Theory. It was a dark and stormy night, and the only thing that could be heard was the sound of rain tapping against the window panes. Susan had just moved into a new apartment and was still getting used to the creaks and groans of the old building. As she was setting in for the night, she heard a faint knocking at the door. She cautiously approached the door, wondering who could be out in such terrible weather. When she opened the door, she found nobody there, just a small package on the ground. Curiosity getting the better of her, Susan opened the package to find an old, dusty book. It was bound in leather and had strange symbol etched into the cover. The pages were filled with handwritten notes in a language she didn't recognize. Susan couldn't resist the urge to read the book, even though something about it made her uneasy. As she pored over the pages, she began to notice that the handwriting seemed to change from page to page as if different people had written it. Suddenly, she heard a strange whispering sound coming from the book. It grew louder and louder until she realized that the words were coming to life. The symbols on the cover began to glow, and the room filled with an airy light. Susan tried to run, but the door wouldn't budge. She was trapped. The words in the book grew louder and more intense, and she felt as if she was being sucked into another dimension. In a moment of terror, she realized that the book was a gateway to another world, and that she had just opened it. As she pulled deeper into the book, she saw visions of unspeakable horrors, creatures with tentacles and fangs, twisted and distorted versions of reality, and endless darkness. She tried to scream, but her voice was silenced by the deafening roar of the words. Just when she thought she couldn't take it any longer, the book suddenly snapped shut and the room was filled with silence. Susan was trembling with fear, but somehow she knew that she had escaped the grasp of otherworldly beings. She took the book and threw it into the trash, vowing to never open it again. But as she lay in bed that night, she could still hear the whisper of the book, calling out to her from the darkness, and she knew that she could never truly be free from its grasp. Thank you. See you soon.